points, guys. Kasi may nagbabayad kasi yan. Hindi need ang refresher, okay? Kahit paulit-ulit ka. 'Di ba kaya may mga 17 times na nag-take. Ayun, okay. So it is, right? So it is 9 o'clock. Okay, so guys, so once again, Let Review Hub. Yan, free, Gurography free Let Review Hub. So gusto nyo mag-Macboard daily, scan nyo lang yung nasa FB ko. Okay, scan nyo lang yon, nakapin. Okay, yung QR code. Pag hindi gumana, okay, i-message nyo ako. Ayan, okay? Yes, yes, walang refresher, walang refresher. Alright, okay, and meron na rin po tayong YT channel. Okay, so ang dami meron na rin akong ilang kayang ano. Baka nasa 60 plus na rin yung mga videos yun. So maraming nagsasabi na nakatulong talaga sa kanila yung mga videos doon. Kasi marami akong mga videos na mga actual questions na lumabas. Yan. Okay, kinakapalan ko kasi yung mukha ko minsan. Yan. Yung mga iba nagsasabi, coach, ito yung ano, lumabas, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, may kinakapalan ko na rin minsan, paano ba yung pagkatanong, mga ganun. Okay, so check nyo. Yes, social studies. Alright? So, how about the others? I hope andito yung mga team Kalipula ko. Alright? Social science actually yung ating majorship. Okay? Laging may nagtatanong, coach, social studies daw yung ano ko yung major ko. So pwede ba sa social science? Actually, ang field talaga natin social science. Social studies is just one of the subjects. All right, so let's start. Okay. All right, so ito yung ating ano. Okay. Alright, so of course, sa Bicol round tayo, guys. Okay, so ito lumabas nung March 2026, okay? So the Philippine economy relies on various sources of funding and support to sustain growth and development. Based on recent economic data from 2025, which of the following was not a significant help to the country's economic performance? Okay, so FDI ba yan or OFW remittances? Okay, so yellow ba yan na FDI or red na OFW remittances? Okay, yan. So, andyan si Sir Knox, okay? Hindi man ganito yung pagkatanong niya, okay? Pero andyan yung based from 2025 economic data. And of course, yes, okay, so FDI, okay, so foreign direct investment. Kasi nga, we hit a 5-year low, okay, so ibig sabihin from 2020 to 2025, ngayon ang pinakamababa, okay, nag-dip tayo sa FDI, okay, alright. Okay, so Bill of Rights. Ano yung Bill of Rights? Ito yung pinaka ano talaga na article. Okay, so Bill of Rights, Article 6 ba yan or Article 3? Social science po, social science. Kasi sabi ko lang po kanina, ang social studies is one of the subjects ng social science. Okay, so ang majorship po natin ay social science. Okay, hindi social studies. Alright, so, huy! Bill of Rights, Article 6 or Article 3. And of course, tama kayo dyan, Article 3. Tama kayo dyan. Kasi from 6, 7, 8 is ledge. Okay? So Article 6 is legislative. Article 7 is executive. And Article 8 is J, judiciary. Kaya nga ledge. Okay? Good job kayo dyan. Alright. Ito, ilang beses kong inulit-ulit. Okay, pag nakita niyo yung tatlong 7 dyan at 8 ang napagitna. Okay, so RA 7877, anti-hazing law ba yan or anti-blank harassment law? Yan. Diba last time, ang sabi ko, pag nakita niyo yung 7 it looks like an axe. Diba? Ano ba yung axe? Ano ba sa Tagalog yung axe? Wasay gaman di Ilocano eh. Ano ba yung axe? What is axe, guys? So, it looks like an axe. So, you can use it to harass somebody, char. Ano ba yung axe, guys? Alright? So, yes, of course, the answer there is anti-blank harassment law. Okay, kasi yung anti-hazing law is 8049, right? 8049. Okay. What is the system of government in the Philippines under the 1987 Constitution? Okay, so is it presidential na yellow or red parliamentary? Asan yung mga estudyante ko? Or andito kayo? Andito ba kayo, guys? Okay, andito yung iba. Alright, nakikita ko. Ayun. Okay. Wala sila sa Zoom. Alright, so again, what is the system of government in the Philippines under the 1987 Constitution? And of course, the answer there, guys, is presidential tayo. Okay, so presidential unitary. Okay. Kasi, ano nga ba yung ano? Ano nga ba yung anong government? Kaninong presidency yung parliamentary? Sige. Kasi lagi ding lumalabas yan. Alright? So, kaninong presidency yung naging parliamentary tayo? Okay. All right. Good job. Okay. Yeah. So it was Marcos Senior. Tama. Yan. Ginawa niyang parliamentary kasi pag sa parliamentary kasi nagsasama ang executive at saka legislative. Yan. Okay. So syempre gusto niya i-control yung legislative at executive. Okay? Yan. But ngayon, um, separation of powers na tayo, tatlo na, di ba? Legislative, executive, at saka judiciary. That is why it's called presidential as opposed to parliamentary. Okay, okay, ito, literal meaning of habeas corpus. Okay, tingnan ko nga. Okay, so is it you have the body or produce the body? Yan. So, literal meaning of habeas corpus. Actually, lumabas ang habeas corpus noong March 2026. Okay, yan. So, is it you have the body or produce the body? Yan. Sige, 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 sige. Kung nakikinig kayo sa akin nung last time, pinaliwanag ko, Char. Yan kasi, hindi kayo nakikinig sa akin. Literal meaning, guys. Di ba dalawa yung sinabi ko nun? Sige nga. Walang gustong magpalit. So, tigas-tigas ng ulo tayo, ha? Alright, okay. So, di ba, in-explain ko, the literal meaning of habeas corpus is you have the body, okay? Pero, yung writ of habeas corpus, okay, it is actually saying na you have to produce the body. Okay, yan. So once again, pag literal meaning ng habeas corpus, you have the body. Okay, pero yung writ of habeas corpus, ang gusto niyang sabihin doon is you have to produce the body. Okay? It is to counteract illegal detention. Okay? Yan. All right, number 1 na tayo. Yan. Nakikita niyo ba ng maayos? Parang nalalabuan ako. Wait lang ha, punasan ko yung aking. Ayan. Alright. So, the Lupang Hinirang was first played publicly in A. Malolos, Bulacan, B. Kawit, Cavite, C. Manila, and D. Biak na Bato. Yan. So, number 1, the Lupang Hinirang was first played publicly in A. Malolos, Bulacan, B. Kawit, Cavite, C. Manila, and D. Biak na Bato. Okay. So, totoo naman, ang pag-aanuhan natin dyan is yung Malolos, Bulacan at Kawit, Cavite, di ba? Yan. Dito si LPT natin na high rater, si Mr. Hirono. Okay? Alright, and the answer there, guys, is Malolos, Bulacan. Okay, it was first played in Malolos, Bulacan. Okay. Alright, so tingnan natin kasi maraming mga tanong na lumalabas about this one. Okay? Yan. Okay, so yung Marcha National, it was first, instrumental lang siya. Okay, alam natin, pag lumabas, yung tinanong doon is, sino yung composer, ibig sabihin, sino yung naglagay ng music, it is Julian, or Julian Felipe. Okay, yan. And ang original title niya is Marcha Filipina Magdalo. Okay, it is the music lang, ha? Ganyan. Alright, and then, ang lumalabas din dito is sino yung nag-perform is Banda San Francisco de Malabon. Okay? Minsan nakalagay dyan, San Francisco de Malabont. Yan yung isang option doon. Ay, de Malabon ata yung option doon. Wag yun ang piliin nyo. Okay? Ang piliin nyo is San Francisco de Malabon. Alright? Ay, hindi. Minsan is Malabon Band yung isang option. Okay? So, no. You have to choose this one. San Francisco de Malabon. Okay? Yan. Ngayon, it's Banda Matanda of General Trias. Okay. Sino yung nagsulat? palma, okay? Palma, yung kamay, okay? Yan ang lumalabas. Alright? Kasi galing yun sa poem niya na Filipinas. Okay, and later on, ang ano pala, yung instrumental pala naging Marcha Nacional Filipina. Okay? Ito naman, ganyan. So, which law prohibited the public use of the Philippine national anthem? Okay, then known as the Marcha Nacional ata yan, Filipina when the Americans first arrived. Okay, so was it Flag Act of 1907 or Commonwealth Act number 382 na blue? Okay. Everyday po ba kayo nagle-live? Hindi po. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays po. Yan. So, what law prohibited the public use of the Philippine national anthem? Okay, then known as the Marcha Nacional Filipina when the Americans first arrived. Sige, sige. Red, blue, red, blue. Okay, so the answer here is it's the Flag Act of 1907. Kasi ito yung pinagbawalan tayo, 'di ba, na magwagayway ng ating flag. Okay, kasama na din diyan yung hindi pag-play ng ating national anthem. Okay? And then tong Commonwealth Act number 382, ito yung parang kinounteract niya na, okay? Nung Commonwealth time, kinounteract niya yung Flag Act of 1907 and we were allowed na iwagayway yung ating ganon, ang ating um, tawag doon, ang ating flag, and then we were allowed also to play our Marcha Nacional Filipina. Hi ma'am, Ma'am Techno, CM7. Hello, I see you. All right. Okay, number 2. In debates, okay, fallacies can be committed. Which of the following is a fallacious argument that concludes a proposition must be true because so many or most people believe it? Okay, A, argumentum ad hominem, B, argumentum ad misericordiam, C, argumentum ad verecundiam, or D, argumentum ad populum. Okay, yan. So, ulitin natin, in debates, fallacies can be committed. Which of the following is a fallacious argument that concludes a proposition must be true because so many or most people believe it? A, argumentum ad hominem, B, argumentum ad misericordiam, C, argumentum ad verecundiam, and D, argumentum ad populum. Okay, so I think ito yung kahit hindi mo alam, meron ka pa ring idea, 'di ba? Kasi may alam ka na word diyan di ba? Yan. All right? And of course, the answer there is argumentum ad populum. Population ba? Yan. Most people. All right. Okay, so let's see this one. Okay, so ito yung mga common na lumalabas. Okay, so argumentum ad hominem. Hominem, human. Kaya yun na lang yung isipin mo. So, ang mnemonics mo, hominem, human. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, mas inaatake mo yung tao kaysa dun sa argument niya. Okay, yun yung ibig lang niyang sabihin. Alright? Okay, ito namang misericordiam. Okay, so, alam niyo naman ang misery, di ba? Misery loves, ano yung kanta na misery loves something? Alright? So, misery is an emotion. Okay, so yun yung pwede nyo maging mnemonics. Okay, so this is appeal to pity. Okay, or sub-story. Ganyan. So, ginagamit mo yung emotions. Okay, para manalo ba? Ganyan. Imbes na pag-usapan is yung argument. Alright. Ito namang very kundyam. Okay, ang ano ko dati is VVV for VIP. Okay, so ginagamit mo yung mga tao na may authority. Okay? Or pwedeng authority or false authority. Okay? Para manalo. Okay, for example, appeal to authority, o sige, doctor, okay, sabi mo, sinabi kasi ni doctor na ganito, ganito, di ba? Pero naman, doctor of education siya, ganon. Or pwedeng, hindi naman yun yung expertise niya, okay? So, for example, pinag-usapan nyo is, surgery, di ba? Tapos, ang ginagamit mo na, is, doctor of, parang, how do you call that? Obigaini, parang ganon. So, iba pa rin pag-expertise, right? Yun yung argumentum ad verecundiam. Okay? Hindi naman, very po sure, nasa screen ko lang ang prop. Blurry ba, guys? Kasi pag linapit ko kasi hindi na yun na masyadong makikita. Is it still blurry? Okay. Sige pa, sabi kong nagbe-blurred, ha? Alright. And of course, populum, sinabi ko na, population. Okay? So, naniniwala ka kasi yun yung sabi ng population. Okay? So, ito, di ba yung inaral natin na bandwagon fallacy? Okay? So, it is part of it. Tong bandwagon fallacy, lumabas noong March 2026. Okay? All right, number three, which is the longest mountain range in the world? A, the Himalayas, B, the Andes, C, the Rockies, and D, the Urals. Okay, so again, which is the longest mountain range in the world? A, the Himalayas, B, the Andes, C, the Rockies, and D, the Urals. Android, sinabi ko na hindi. It's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays tayo nagla-live. Okay. Alright, and of course, very good kayo dyan. Akala ko may maano sa the Himalayas. Okay, very good kayo dyan. Yeah, so it is the Andes. Okay, kasi it runs through 7 countries. Okay, very good kayo dyan. Alright, so it is not the Himalayas. But let's see. Okay, so tong Himalayas, ang lumalabas dito sa Himalayas, guys, is kung saan yung Mount Everest. Okay, yan. This is stand-alone, okay? Tapos the Rockies naman may pakita ko pala yan. And then the Urals, ang lumalabas po dito sa the Urals is lumalabas po to ha, sabi niya it separates Europe and Asia, okay? So yun ang lumalabas sa the Urals. Ay, meron pala, dinagay ko pala, guys. Okay? So so ang lumalabas sa Himalayas kung saan na yung Mount Everest, okay? So the Rockies, North America's longest naman na mountain range. And then the Urals, ito yung, ang lumalabas nito is separates Europe and Asia. Okay, so tingnan natin. Ito naman, kasi lagi din naman talaga lumalabas to. Which mountain range in the Philippines is the longest and is often called the backbone of Luzon? Okay, so red ba yan na the Cordilleras or blue Sierra Madre? So again, which mountain range in the Philippines is the longest and is often called the backbone of Luzon? Okay, so the Cordilleras ba yan or Sierra Madre? Yan. Ang galing nga. Okay, di ba? Umuso to nung ano eh. Ano na yung dumating na tas ang daming lumabas ng mga AI na ginawang tao si ayan, si Sierra Madre. Okay. Actually, yan yung naisip ko, Sir Gleason, yung Sierra Leone, lagi lumalabas yung pag Sierra Leone. Kakapanood natin yan ng documentary. Of course, and the answer there is Sierra Madre. Okay, so tingnan natin ha. Yan. Pag yung longest mountain range ng world, it is Andes. Okay? Pag Asia, it is Kunlun Mountains. Okay? Nasa China. Okay? Nasa Tibetan Plateau. Okay? And pag Southeast Asia, mga longest mountain ranges lang to. Malay kasi natin lalabas. And it is Tenasserim Hills. Okay? And pag Philippines, Sierra Madre. Okay? Pero usually yung lumalabas is yung world at saka Philippines. But it doesn't hurt to know. Okay? Know this ones. Okay? Yan. Number four, a manufacturing company in the Philippines is facing serious financial losses due to a global economic downturn. Okay? So to avoid completely shutting down, the management decides to permanently reduce the number of its employees to cut on labor costs. Under Philippine labor law, this action is legally termed as A, termination, B, resignation, C, retrenchment, or D, suspension ba yan? Okay. Teka lang nga, punasan ko yung parang nalalabuan ako. Teka lang. Ganun pa rin eh. Okay, medyo naging okay, di ba? Yan. Yung camera. Okay, CCC, bakit may yung 5? Ba't may, ilagay nyo yung number, please. Ilagay nyo pala yung number, please, kasi ma-RR tayo. Okay? Please, ilagay. Oo nga, sorry. Ko, tawag dun, nag-jogging kasi ako, nag-walking ako kanina, nahawak-hawakan ko yung camera. Alright, luminaw. Sorry naman. Okay, and the answer there, of course, is retrenchment. Kasi ang pagpipilian mo lang dyan is termination tsaka retrenchment. Di ba? Kasi alam natin, ang resignation, you will just give up yung position. Usually, ini-initiate yan ng employee, okay? Unless forced resignation, di ba? Tsaka yung suspension, dahil may ginawa ka, halimbawa, or may inaccuse sa'yo, you will be temporarily removed. Okay, yan. So, ang pagkakaiba ng, ng termination tsaka retrenchment, broad kasi yung termination, di ba? Yung parang, ang daming reason kung pwede kang ma-terminate. Pero yung retrenchment, it is a kind of termination na maaalis ka due to economic losses. Kagaya nung pandemic. Yan. Nakakamiss tumambay sa mga ganito. Good luck po sa mga... Uy! Pa-LPT das, Sir Nathan. Alright. Okay, number 5. The first essay of Rizal. Okay, so hindi ko alam, pinalabas ko pala sa GenEd to, no? Yan. So, A. El Amor Patrio. B. A La Juventud Filipina. C. Sa aking mga kabata. And D. Mi Ultimo Adios. Okay, kasi sometimes talaga, yung sa social science majorship, pumupunta sa Gen Ed. Kaya lalo na yung mga hindi naman masyadong mahirap. Yan. So, the first essay of Rizal, A. El Amor Patrio, A la Juventud Filipina, C. Sa aking mga kabata, and D. Mi Ultimo Adios. Tingnan nga natin kung may nagkamali pa. Oh. Hala! First essay? Ayan na naman yung boses ko, no? First essay, guys. First essay. Okay. Alright. Of course. Alright. So, ang sagot niyan is El Amor Patrio, yung love of country. Oo. Yes. Okay. Kaya, very good ka dyan. Okay. Ay, poem pala. See? So, kailangan talaga, matanglawin kayo dyan. Okay. Naiintindihan ko yung mga ganyan kasi usually lumalabas is the first, ganyan, the first poem. Di ba? Yan yung laging lumalabas halimbawa sa Macboard nyo. So, parang familiarity ba? Familiarity of question. Nakita mo lang yung first, dumiretso ka na sa sagot. Naiintindihan ko yun kasi ganyan ako dati. Kaya, nung nagre-review ako, yung una ko talagang pre-practice sa akin yung hindi kasi may pagka-ADHD ba ako, sagot ako ng sagot. Ganyan, kasi familiar na ako sa So, yun talaga yung pre-practice ko sa aking sarili, okay? Yan. Ako magsagot, ba't si sila? Alright, so the answer there is El Amor Patrio. Okay, yung Ala Juventud Filipina, ito yung nanalo naman siya, okay? Yan, ito yung, ang lumalabas sa Ala Juventud Filipina is yung, ito yung nanalo siya. Ah, teka, may sinulat ata ako eh. Okay, okay, yeah, so nanalo siya. Okay, so sa Liceo Artistico Literario de Manila. Okay, yan. Sa aking mga kabata, ito yung first poem niya. Okay, although, it is ng debate, okay? Pero ang lumalabas dito, ano yung first poem niya? It is sa aking mga kabata. Itong Mi Ultimo Adios, lumalabas din to all the time. Parang pero naulit-ulit na iba-iba lang yung tanong. Okay? Pwedeng ano yung klase niya? Ang sagot will be elegy. Okay, yan. Ano yung last na sinulat niya? Ang lumabas ata ngayong March 2026 is ano yung sinulat niya bago siya namatay? It is Mi Ultimo Adios. Ang lumabas ata nung November. Di ba, Sir Hirono? Ang lumabas sa November is anong klase yon? Ang sagot is elegy, di ba? Yan. Sabi niya, um, kala ko po, damay-damay na yan. Alright, sabi niya, true. True, sabi baka hindi daw kayo si Rizal yung sa aking kabata. Yes, na-discuss ko po yan sa nung diagnostic 1 ko. Okay, so na-discuss ko yon in depth, okay, kung bakit hindi daw sa kanya, ganun ganon, alright? Okay, so pwede niyong balikan. Alright, ito, in Jose Rizal ito naman lumabas no sa September, ay November. September ba or November, okay? Last year, in Jose Rizal Ultimo Adios, which line is widely believed to be a farewell address to Josephine Bracken? A. Adios Patria Adorada Región del Sol Querida. B. Adios Dulce Extranjera Mi Amiga Mi Alegría. C. En mi tumba no dejes que celor por mí. And D. Mi Patria Idolatrada Dolor de mis Dolores. Okay, yan. Ayoko nang basahin. Okay, magagasgas lang yung aking lips. Okay? Sige na. Okay, very good kayo dyan. And of course, okay, ang ano pa lang dyan, okay, si Josephine is a stranger kasi nga, she was a foreigner. So, pwede yung, dito, dulce extranjera. 'Di ba? So, ekstranghera, pwede kayong mag-spot, okay, ng mga pwede nyong gawing clue. Yeah, so it is letter B, adios, dulce, extranjera, mi amiga, mi alegria. Okay, so farewell, sweet stranger, my friend, my joy. Okay, kung Ilocano ka, ano ba ano mo yan, edge mo yan kasi dito sa Ilocano ang alam namin ang alam namin na ang meaning ng dulce is parang yung you eat yung ano parang kinakain mo na anything sweet, it's dulce. Yan. Lumabas yan. Yes. Lumabas to nung ano nung September, 'di ba, or November at I forgot. Basta. Number 6, lumabas din to nung September nung sa amin. Yan. Kaya nung June 2025, gumawa ako ng mga videos. Tapos lumabas nung September yan. So swerte nung mga nanood sa aking videos na actual questions. November daw, sabi ni ano. Ay, September, November, lumabas lahat. Okay. So, number 6, the world's biggest peninsula. A, Arabian Peninsula. B, Iberian Peninsula. C, Korean Peninsula. And D, Italian Peninsula. Right. So, number 6, the world's biggest peninsula. A, Arabian Peninsula. B, Iberian Peninsula. C, Korean Peninsula. And D, Italian Peninsula. Okay. Alright, A. And of course, the answer there is Arabian Peninsula. Ay, Ma'am Marites, wala pong sound? Hindi, baka sa ano niyo po yan, sa yung, at on your end, kasi meron man sa akin. Okay. All right. Can you please let me know Ma'am Marites, or you can come muna dito sa sa ating TikTok. Okay? All right. Okay, so ito ulit, of course. So, hindi ang sinasabi ata ni ni Ma'am Marites dito sa Zoom, guys. Yan. Check nyo ha, Ma'am Marites, sabihan nyo ako, ha? Okay. So, ito world, Arabian. Okay, pag Asia, of course, Arabian. Kasi yun, ang Arabian Peninsula is andito sa sa Middle East. Okay? Pag Southeast Asia, it's Indo-Chinese Peninsula. Okay, yan yung largest peninsula. And of course, ang lumalabas dito sa Philippines is Zamboanga Peninsula. Laging lumalabas din po to, ha? Yan, okay. Alright. Ma'am Marita, sabihan niyo po ako, please. Alright, number 7, the commanding general of USAF. Okay, so A, General Arthur MacArthur, B, General Douglas MacArthur, C, General Jonathan Wainwright, or D, General Edward P. King. Okay, so again, the commanding general of USAF, A, General Arthur MacArthur, B, General Douglas MacArthur, C, General Jonathan Wainwright, or G, General Edward P. King. Okay. All right. Okay, and the answer there is, okay, the answer there is, of course, si Douglas MacArthur. Yan, general, kasi tatay niya, di ba, si Arthur MacArthur. Yan, ito yung sa World War I. Okay, yan. Si General Arthur MacArthur. Okay, ngayon, lumalabas to. Sina Wainwright at saka King. Okay, so mag-start tayo kay King. Okay. So siya ang commanding officer ng Bataan ba or Corregidor? Kasi lumalabas din po to. Sige po. So kay General Edward P. King, Bataan or Corregidor? Bataan or Corregidor? Sige po. Kay King, Bataan ba yan? Or Corregidor? B or C? Sige, B or C? B or C? Wala kang ginagawang PPT, no, Mr. Hirono. Kaya B or C? Alright. Bataan or Corregidor? Hindi, ang tinatanong ko na ngayon is yung kay King is Bataan ba? Siya ba yung commanding general ng Bataan or Corregidor? Okay, kay King. Kasi ang sagot na dito is letter B, ha? Yan, si General MacArthur. Pero ang tinatanong ko na ngayon is kung sino yung kung ano si King. Alright, so yung kay King ay Bataan. Okay, so ito yung ano mnemonics, okay? Bakakao. Okay, Bakakao. So Bataan, King. And then cow is Corregidor Wainwright. Okay? Yan. Alright, stock knowledge tayo. General Douglas MacArthur made this statement as a powerful tribute to the extraordinary bravery, resilience, and loyalty of the Filipino soldiers who fought alongside American forces during World War II, particularly in the defense of Bataan and Corregidor. Okay, so red ba yan na I shall return? Or blue na give me 10,000 Filipino soldiers and I will conquer the world. Okay, so both ito lumalabas. Okay, yan. Sabi ko na nga ba? Okay, alright. Hala, anong orange? Alright. Tingnan nyo guys, sabi niya, tribute to extraordinary bravery, resilience, and loyalty. Sabi niya, guys. Okay, so of course, the answer there is, give me 10,000 Filipino soldiers and I will conquer the world. Kasi ito yung I shall return, ito yung sinabi nyo na, lolo ko to, Royal Blue. Ang cute-cute naman. Alright? Kasi yung I shall return, ito yung sinabi niya nung papunta siya sa Australia. Okay? Yan. So, tama naman. Okay na, sinabi niya tong both na to, kaya yun yung linagay ko na ano na option kasi alam ko na mas kilala siya dun sa sinabi niyang I shall return, di ba? Pero indeed, sinabi niya talaga, itong give me 10,000 Filipino soldiers and I will conquer the world. Okay? All right. Number 8, cooperatives eventually put up banks of their own. What are evidences of success? A, cooperatives are not heavily taxed. B, opening of rural banks is allowed on a cooperative concept. C, several rural banks started out as cooperatives. And D, many banks in Metro Manila and Bulacan started out as cooperatives. Okay? So, basically, ang tinatanong lang niya is, um, paano, okay, ano yung gauge na ang isang cooperative ay naging successful na? Okay? Alright, so pwedeng C and D. C and D talaga yan. C and D talaga yan. Alright. Okay. And of course, the answer there is C, guys. Okay, several rural banks started out as cooperatives kasi hindi lang naman hindi lang naman bank sa Metro Manila, okay? Yan ang allowed. Okay, actually may mga nabasa ako ng Republic Acts. Dalawa ata 'yon. Okay na sinasabi nila yung mga magaganda, okay, yung mga outstanding na mga mga cooperatives can put up rural banks. Okay, yan. All right. Number 9, challenge-based learning builds on the practice of problem-based learning, in which students work on real-world problems or real. What best describes the learning experiences of teachers and learners? A, global, B, integrative, C, collaborative, and D, cultural. Okay, so ano po to? High yield po to. So challenge-based learning builds on the practice of problem-based learning, in which students work on real-world problems. What best describes the learning experiences of teachers and learners? A, global, B, integrative, C, collaborative, and D, cultural. Okay, lagay niyo pa yung number. Alright, okay. Good job kayo dyan. Ang galing-galing nyo. Alright? And of course, the answer there is collaborative. Ang galing nyo, okay? Nakalagay na talaga yan, okay? That's a textbook definition ng challenge-based learning. Okay, CBL, okay? The framework is collaborative and hands-on. Okay, so alam natin, nakalagay na dyan, ano ang challenge-based? Okay, ito yung um, uh, they work on real world problems. And napaka-importante talaga na hands-on. Of course, kasi nga, hindi lang dapat simulation. And it should be collaborative. Okay, they have to work together. Okay, learners and teachers. Okay, yan. So, hindi na natin kailangan explain bakit hindi global, bakit hindi integrative. Unang-una, textbook definition. Okay, number 10, in grade distribution of a class, the blank is the basic numerical data as the average of grades. A, median, B, mode, C, mean, and D, measure. Number 10, in grade distribution of a class, the blank is the basic numerical data as the average of grades. A, median, B, mode, C, mean, D, measure. Lumalabas din to sa Prof Ed. Okay, twice na lumabas tong yung average, pero ipagko-compute ka, okay, papakompute ka. Yan. Usually. And of course, all right, so the answer there is mean kasi ang hinahanap ay average. Okay. And lahat to ay measure, okay? Measure of central tendency. Okay, so yan. So pag mean, i-add mo lahat tapos i-divide mo by how many units. Okay, so halimbawa 2, 4, 6, i-add mo siya. Divided by ilan siya? 1, 2, 3. 3 units divided by 3. Okay, median alam na natin yung nasa gitna. Okay, middle. Okay, yan. And of course, mode, kung ano yung laging lumalabas or nakikita mo na how do you call that? Na number. Okay, yan. That is the mode. Alright. Ang lumalabas din sa Prof Ed niyan is yung laging yung paborito na kulay ng t-shirt ng mga estudyante. And the answer there is mode. Okay? Alright. Number 12, the old name of Vietnam. A, Formosa, B, Siam, C, Persia, and D, Annam. Okay, so number 12, the old name of Vietnam. A, Formosa, B, Siam, C, Persia, Siam pala. C, Persia, and D, Annam. Okay. Yan. So kung gusto niyo kung gusto niyo mag-enroll sa social science majorship, guys, marami na kayo dito. Yan. So it's 299 tapos na yung ating early birds. Okay? So puno na siya. So it's 299, meron kayong PDF, may quiz as usual, full videos, ganun. All right? Yan. And mag-message mag-message lang po kayo. Okay? Samantalahin nyo habang ang mura pa talaga sa akin. Okay, kasi kaka-start ko pa lang. Pero, sina Sir Hirono, sina Sir Knox, yan, mga dati kong enrollees, yan. Alright, so it's just 299, pinakamura na yan. Nabibigay pa ako ng PDF. Yan, san ka pa? Alright. And of course, the answer there is Annam. Alright, Annam. At saka free Gen Ed Prof Ed na rin po tayo doon, di ba? So, sulit na. Alright, so ito yung mga laging lumalabas. Okay, yan. So, kung hindi kayo enrolled sa akin, screenshot nyo na to. Okay, or ipopost ko naman tong free So, pwede nyo kunin sa YT. Okay, pero pag naka-enroll kayo sa akin, syempre nakikita nyo to kasi binibigay ko yung PDF. Alright, so ang lumalabas, Annam, Vietnam, Formosa, Taiwan. Lumalabas po to ha. Siam, Thailand, Malaya, Malaysia. Burma is Myanmar. Okay, Myanmar na ngayon. Okay, Ceylon, Sri Lanka. French, Indochina, ito yung tatlo. Okay, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. Okay, and Dutch East Indies, Indonesia. Mesopotamia is Iraq. Okay, yan. Follow nyo na rin po. Lumalabas din po ba ito sa exam if BEED po? Social Science majorship po to. Okay, Social Science majorship. Ang Tuesdays, Thursdays, okay? Pwede po kayong manood kasi Prof Ed Gen Ed tayo doon. Alright? Okay, and number 13, the first American civil governor, A. William Howard Taft, B. Wesley Merritt, C. Arthur MacArthur, and D. Murray Bartlett. Okay, so again, the 13, the first American civil governor, A. William Howard Taft, B. Wesley Merritt, C. Arthur MacArthur, and D. Murray Bartlett. Kailangan nyo talagang malaman yung mga basic. Okay? Kasi ito yung mga paulit-ulit bang lumalabas. Yan. Alright. Okay, alright. Paki-follow na rin tayo yan. And pag gusto nyo mag-Macboard Daily, free naman po siya. Punta kayo sa Blue App ko, sa FB. Okay, andun nakalagay doon yung QR code. Pwede kayong doon, pumasok doon. Alright, pag hindi gumagana, sabihan nyo lang ako. Alright, and ang answer dyan ay William Howard Taft. Okay, para hindi kayo kasi malito. Yung Merritt, M is for M, okay? Si Merritt, siya yung first military governor, okay? So, M for M, yun yung inaano ko noon. So, Merritt, military, okay? Yan. So, pag civil, si Taft, okay? Very tough si Civil. Very tough siya. Okay, ito naman, laging lumalabas din to ha. New curriculum na next school year sa senior high school coach, may Philippine history ata na subject. Bakit wala na bang Philippine history ngayon? Oh my kulay. Alright, so lumalabas din po to. Arrange the following American governments in the Philippines in correct chronological order. Okay, earliest to latest. Okay, nung American government to, one military government, two Commonwealth government, and three civil government. So, A, 123, B, 231, C, 132, and D, 312. Okay. Lagay niyo po yung number, please. Please put the number. Please, please, please. In fairness, hindi na tayo na RR ngayon, ha? Yan. So, wag na nating i-trigger. Please, ilagay yung number. Ilagay yung number. Yes, BQ, BQ. Lagay niyo, BQ. Asian and World kasi nakafocus pag junior high school, coach. Okay, okay. Kailangan talaga nating malaman yung Philippine history, 'di ba? Kasi paano natin ma-appreciate yung ating char? Social science major talaga. All right? And of course, the answer there is yes, letter C. Okay, so MISICO. Okay, MISICO. Okay, so military, civilian, and Commonwealth. Okay, MISICO. All right. Oh, ito pa, lumalabas din to. Which US law officially created the Commonwealth of the Philippines? Jones Law of 1916 ba yan? Or Tidings-McDuffie Act of 1934? Yan. So, which US law officially created the Commonwealth of the Philippines? Jones Law ba yan of 1916 na red and blue na Tidings-McDuffie Act of 1934? Ito yung sinasabi ko na pwede nyo pagpatse-patsehin yung knowledge nyo, di ba? Kahit hindi nyo alam tong tanong na to, pero meron kayong maiisip dyan, di ba? Na pagpatse-patsehin yan. Yan. And of course, ang galingan, pinagpatse-patse nyo talaga ha. Good job kayo dyan. And the answer there is Tidings-McDuffie Act of 1934 kasi laging lumalabas, pag Tidings-McDuffie, ito yung 10-year transition. And what is the 10-year transition? That is the Commonwealth government. Besides, linagay ko na din dyan yung 1934. Yung Commonwealth is started sa 1935, di ba? Yan. Okay. Sa patse-patse lang. Ito, lumalabas din po to. Ang dami nating ha. The first three American military governors of the Philippines were Ay, bakit ko linagay yan? Nagay ko naman pala yung ano ba yan? Which of the following was not one of them? A. Wesley Merritt. Ay, nako. B. L. Otis. C. Arthur MacArthur Jr. and D. William Howard Taft. O, di ba? Ang galing-galing ko. Di ba? Linagay ko lang din naman doon yung sagot. Bonus question. Bonus question. Nakakainis. Okay, and of course, yes, so the answer there is William Howard Taft. Okay, so it is mom. Okay, mama. Okay, so Merritt Otis MacArthur. Okay, mama. Okay, yan. Diba? Ang pogi ni na Fafa dito. Ayan. All right, number 14. Which order of presidents correctly applies to Philippine history? Okay, Magsaysay, Garcia, Quirino, Rojas. Okay, A, 4312, B, 2134, C, 1234, and D, 4321. Uy, lumalabas tong mga order ng presidents. Lumabas din to nung March 2026, pero iba yung mga nakalagay. Okay, so it is just important na malaman nyo talaga, i-memorize nyo yan. Okay? Na-memorize ko to dati kasi meron akong mnemonics. Char, yabang yarn. Sabi niya, AD, 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 AD. Pinagpilian ng AD, 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 AD. Alright, may mnemonic po kaya sa order ng president. I have, of course. Yan. And of course, the answer there is letter A. Okay, yan. Letter A tayo, guys. Okay, so ito yung mnemonics. Okay, so Aclor, Queer, MGM, Mare, Madmar. Okay, yan. So, Aclor, Queer, MGM, Mare, Madmar. Okay, so Aclor, Aquino, Quezon, Laurel, Osmeña, and Rojas. Okay, Queer is Quirino, Magsaysay, Garcia, makapagal. Okay? Kung nahihilo kayo dito sa dalawang M dito, isipin nyo na lang na ang pinalitan talaga ni Marcos is si makapagal. Okay? Ito yung like kong iniisip eh. Yan. Okay? Yan. So, ang Mare is Marcos, Aquino, Ramos, Estrada, and then of course, Madmar, Macapagal, Arroyo, Duterte, Marcos Jr. Okay, screenshot nyo na 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, joke. Or pag nakalagay na sa ating YT para maganda yung screenshot nyo. Alright, number 15, the intellectual and cultural movement known as the Renaissance is best characterized by a renewed interest in A. Feudal loyalty and chivalry, B. Humanism and classical learning, C. Religious obedience and monastic life, and D. Military conquest and expansion. So number 15, the intellectual and cultural movement known as the Renaissance is best characterized by a renewed interest in A. Feudal loyalty and chivalry, B. Humanism and classical learning, C. Religious obedience and monastic life, D. Military conquest and expansion. Okay, yan. Maraming mga tanong about this one. Ito yung mga lumalabas dito sa option na to, tapos yung Renaissance. Okay? So, kailangan nyo ma-memorize yung mga, at least man lang yung mga gist nun. Okay? Yan. Alright? So, again, ito yung ano So, kung gusto nyo mag-enroll, free po tayo sa GenEd at saka ProfEd, pero pag gusto nyo mag-enroll sa SOCSA, it's 299 lang. Okay? Yan. Alright, and the answer there is humanism and classical learning. Okay, kasi 'di ba ang before na mag-Renaissance, lumalabas din po kasi to, okay? So you have to hear me out. Before na Renaissance, ang era before the Renaissance is yung medieval era or middle era. Okay, so lumalabas din Ano yung ang lumalabas din po doon is ano yung other word for middle era, middle is medieval, okay? So medieval muna. So sa medieval puro siya feudal loyalty, puro siya religious obedience. So A and C they belong to medieval, okay? Ganyan. So puro siya religious, blah blah blah. So nung Renaissance, parang mas nila na gusto nilang pagyamanin, okay? Yung anything about human, okay? Yung intellect, yung arts, okay? Kaya, ang sagot dito ay humanism and classical learning. Of course, yung military conquest and expansion, yan yung ancient, di ba? Yan yung away-away sila lagi. Alright, okay guys, so let's go to Team Kalipula ako sa Zoom na guys. Okay, so maraming maraming salamat, okay? Sa mga Yes, very good. Renaissance means rebirth. Yes, lumalabas din po yan ha. Yan. So, ang Renaissance means rebirth. Okay? So, maraming maraming salamat guys. Okay, sa follow. Sa Tuesday po tayo ulit. Okay? Tuesday, Gen Ed tayo. And then, sa Thursday is, Prof Ed tayo. Okay? Alright, bye-bye. Bye-bye guys. Bye-bye. Sa tayo, Team Kalipula ko dito tayo sa Sa Zoom. Bye-bye guys. Maraming salamat. Okay. All right. So number 16, which one is meant? Andito ba kayo, guys? Can you say hi? Mm-hmm. Can you say hi? Yan. Okay. Can you hear me? Magsalita kayo, guys. Can you, para pag gusto niyo magsalita, it's fine. Can you hear me? Pwede kayong mag-voice kung ayaw niyong mag-type as usual, ha? Paano naman kung naririnig niyo ako? Ay,
Yes.
Ayun. Yee! Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, so ito number 16. Which one is meant to measure the learner's awareness of values? Okay. A. Anecdotal record ba yan? B. Moral dilemma. C. Projective technique. And D. Likert scales. Alright, so again, which one is meant to measure the learner's awareness of values? A. Anecdotal record ba yan? B. Moral dilemma. C. Projective technique. And D. Likert scales. Okay, so kung gusto nyong magsalita, it's okay. Ano sagot niyo dito? Or you can type if you want. Ano ang sagot? Hala, nawala ba kayo or walang may gustong sumagot or ano? Hala, nandiyan pa kayo guys? Hmm. Oh, meron naman. Ayun, 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 ayun. Okay. Very good. Yan, nandyan si ano, si... Pwede kayong ano, mag-ano guys? Pwede kayong mag-voice if you want. Alright. So mga